Yeah. What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Keep It Thorough, where we give you the real behind business health, money, and self development and introduce engaging concepts to help you elevate your performance in all areas of life. I'm your host, Cedric Lavelle, joined by my counterpart, E
Yeah,
Double.
boy, E double. We back at y'all again. Episode 98. And the title of this episode is Lifetime Fitness, Learning and Growing with New Health Habits. So obviously a health episode for y'all. Which is good as we end out this year, round out this year, and go into the new year where everybody and their mama got fitness resolutions and all that good
Pump it,
stuff.
pump
So
it, pump it, pump it.
with all that being said, be sure to check out keepitthorough.com/kits to find the kit that corresponds to this episode.
Yeah.
And then, be sure to follow us on all social media platforms. We do
Mhm.
got a giveaway going on
Yes,
right
sir.
now in celebration of our 100th episode. You can win $100 cash, a Keep It Thorough hat, or a $25 Visa gift card. And all of the details are scattered throughout our Instagram page. It's not very difficult to enter into that giveaway. So yeah, again, be sure to we appreciate y'all first and foremost. And I think Sed got a little movement going on following with his camera right now that he's trying to figure out. But yeah, hey, we greatly appreciate y'all. Be sure to podcast with us wherever you podcast, and tell a friend and tell a friend. And with all that said, man, let's go and kick this thing off.
Yeah. So here's the real when it comes to a lifetime of fitness. I believe that change is never permanent if your mind isn't transformed. You can attempt to do so many things differently, but it's always temporary if there's never a mindset shift that you experience. And when it comes to your health, there's no unlocking of a lifetime of fitness if you haven't focused on fostering changes that are enduring. And the essence of lifetime fitness is really just it's a lifelong commitment to the journey of bettering your health, putting in all the necessary energy and task that'll allow you to live a very fit and healthy life. And that takes commitment. That takes discipline. That takes a willingness to want to see change, because obviously when you're wanting to commit to something like fitness and well-being and transformation, or whatever words you want to use as it relates to your health, there's going to be immense challenges. There's going to be a lot of things that you experience. There's going to be some necessary adjustments that you're going to have to go through, and to be able to successfully maintain the discipline that's needed to make your health a priority, it's going to take some changes that's beyond just the physical appearance. It's going to take some shifts that's beyond what you want to see, because I really feel that in order for you to commit to lifelong fitness or lifetime fitness, you're going to have to tap into a deeper purpose. You're going to have to really look from within. And so, if it's the external motivation, a lot of times external motivation is temporary. But when you really embrace lifetime fitness internally, then that's where you can start to see changes and reap the benefits of what lifetime fitness really is.
Hey, yeah. So really, just hopping right into that. So, embracing a journey of lifetime fitness requires a willingness to go beyond the typical perception of exercise and diet. And said already kind of, touched on that in so many words. So, it's much more than just, hey, I'm going to get up, go lift weights. I'm going to eat a little less fried foods and McDonald's, so on and so forth. It's much more than that, right? So,
Right.
think of lifetime fitness as a preferred state of living.
Yeah.
So, like a commitment to nurturing your body with the right nutrition and physical activity, which are two things that we just mentioned, but also realizing that every choice matters and each small step can lead to substantial breakthroughs over time. So, not just, the nutrition and the things you eat, or the physical activities and the physical fitness, but also, taking time for yourself, your mental health, relaxing, not overworking yourself, paying attention to the cues, right? Because sometimes you need to take a day off from the gym.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might need to eat that meal that you've been, staying away from, because it just does something for you mentally. You just need a break, you
Yeah.
know. But every choice matters, right? And then something that we can use as like a metaphor of sorts is similar to a tree growing stronger each year, rooted in dedication and reaching new heights. Lifetime fitness takes patience, resilience, and adaptability. So just like, as the seasons change, so should your approach to fitness.
Yeah.
So, not everybody's journey is going to be the same. We're all different people. We all got different goals that we're trying to achieve. But what is universally, if I can talk, required is a commitment to continued learning and growth. So it's much more, again, than just setting a workout routine, and dieting. To me, when somebody says they're on a diet, that's temporary.
Right.
And like, we don't want this. We don't want lifetime fitness is not about temporary.
Yeah.
It's about lifetime.
Lifetime. Yeah.
So instead of, you know, going on a diet, we need to create and incorporate, healthier eating into our everyday
Yeah.
lifestyle. You know,
Lifestyle changes.
yeah, right. And small steps, as I mentioned earlier, each small step can lead to substantial breakthroughs over time. So, nobody's asking you to go work out 5 days a week, cut out all the junk food, cut out all the fried foods, and just do all of that, in a week or a couple months or in a year even, right? And,
Right.
and and
Yeah.
nobody's even asking you to go to the extreme of cutting it out altogether, but take baby steps, and adjust your routine where it's a good balance, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So, you can look forward to that, day a week or 2 days a week that you order out or eat the junk food or whatever the case may be, because those other 5 days, you're gonna stick to these new lifestyle changes, and you understand the benefits and what they're gonna do for you. And then over time, it's about building those healthy habits, right?
Right.
And it becomes a habit, and it's not a diet, right? Like, no, we don't want a diet. We want to change, to be, everlasting. We want it to
Yeah.
be, to be for life, right? So we can really actually reap the benefits. Who cares about losing a couple pounds in the summer, you know what I
When you gain
mean,
it
to
all
go
back
gain it
after.
right back
Yeah.
for the fall, like, no, let's always be fit. So we good whenever.
Yeah. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
There it go.
I got to fix that. This thing.
No, you
Thing
good.
something.
You situate.
Okay.
You could have probably bumped yourself down a little bit, but you good.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Anyway, but nah, man. So
For y'all that don't know, who just listening on the podcast, I'm talking about his video. He scoot down a little bit because y'all probably don't know what the hell we talking about, but
yeah, it's
cool.
all good. Um, you know, one thing that I feel that's related to everything that you just said, and why a lot of people can struggle with a life a lifelong commitment to a lifetime of fitness is consistency. Like I believe consistency is supremely challenging in some regard if you don't have the right things put in place that will allow you to maintain the same level of participation in your health. And in order for you to be able to successfully get to a place where you're continuously involving yourself in this transformation of health, is you have to have the right tools in place. You have to develop things within you that would allow you to remain accountable. You'll have to do certain things that will allow you to stay steadfast and continue to move forward towards the goal or whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. And so something that you have to obviously make certain that you keep as part of your toolkit is patience. You have to have patience as you go through that process. You have to have patience as you're moving towards transformation, because lifetime fitness, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you just do within that moment and you get to the end and you're done. No, it's a marathon. It's ongoing. It's something that's going to, or that you want to last for a while. But you have to understand that it doesn't happen overnight. I remember when I was working in the fitness industry for the short 12 days that I was there, that was one of the things that they would always talk about, how people would come in and look to change habits that they've had for 20, 30 years, 10, 15 years, however the amount of time was, and expect to see differences and changes within 2 weeks. It
It's
don't work like that.
unrealistic.
that's
Yeah.
that's not a very realistic goal. Like, you're trying to change habits that you've had for so long in a very short time span. You have to have some patience. You have to give it some time. But in addition to that, you always have to have a growth mindset and not have a fixed mindset on what situation that you're dealing with whenever you're approaching your fitness, right? Because a fixed mindset is the enemy to progress. If you consider things the same way all the time and you never shift your perspective, you're not going to see any changes. You have to be willing to be open to new ideas, new learning, a new process of doing things. Because if you're continuously doing the same thing, having the same routine, and expecting to get a different result, we already know what that is. That's insanity. Like, that's
Insanity.
that's that's not how it works. You
That
you
might
you
be our
have
word of
to,
the day next week.
huh?
Insanity. I said that might need to be one of the words of the day.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's insanity. So you want to have a growth mindset that's going to allow you to move forward with new ideas, new perspectives, new thoughts, new beliefs, new actions that you take, because you are willing to listen to other people that are beneficial to helping your journey. So you want to have a growth mindset. And then the last thing is just sustainability, right? Quick fixes when it comes to wanting to have lifetime fitness, it's not going to sustain you, right? Those quick fixes are not a long-term solution. And we don't have to go into all these details of some of these pills and stuff like that that a lot of people try to take, to see immediate results. That's not very effective, because
Which
here's what happens.
oh, my bad. I was gonna say I think those fall into the same category as diets.
Yeah,
Like it's just temporary.
it's
It's not
temporary.
long term.
Because what happens is, if you haven't shifted, again, like I said earlier, if you haven't shifted your mindset and how you approach fitness, and if you're just looking at the external benefits of it, it's not going to last long, because you don't have the right tools that are necessary to sustain you long term, because your environment changes, your needs change, you change in age, your strength changes, and if you don't have things that are enduring to get you through those situations, you're going to struggle. You're going to put the weight back on, it ain't going to stay off. You're going to start picking up those habits that you were trying to get rid of because you didn't shift mentally. Like, you didn't give a full focus on what it really takes to be consistent, to stay the path. And so as a result of that, you give up on what your goals were, because you didn't have the right foundation to help you build. So you definitely want to have the patience. You want to have that growth mindset, and you want to focus on sustainability, because those things are the backbone to lifetime fitness.
So we always like to give examples and real world examples to make things tangible, more digestible. No pun intended.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I
right.
like that one. I like that one.
but so yeah. So a way that we can do that in this situation is think of those individuals who defy their age, and we all have seen them. Like you how old? But think of individuals who defy their age. So they're racing in triathlons in their 70s, or they're hiking mountains in their 60s. My mother-in-law is one of those. My
Yeah.
wife's mother, about she's what 67, I believe. Like goes hiking, like does some amazing stuff, flexible, like just can do a bunch of things that's like amazing to me. Like I like hope I can do those things when I'm 60. Like did a backwards handstand last year at Christmas. You know what I mean? It was just
Oh
crazy at
shit,
67, right? So
I can't even do none of that.
right, just crazy, right? But these are people who have imbued fitness and health into their daily habits. And she does that. She works out frequently. She goes to the, chiropractor, to the masseuse. She gets, adjustments and stays active. Like travels a lot, all those different things. She's not just sitting around doing nothing. But those people are not outliers or exceptions. They're ordinary people leading extraordinary lives. And the reason they're able to do that is because of their dedicated focus on fitness. You know, simple. It's as simple as that. A dedicated focus on lifetime fitness, right? And now, when it comes to most people, you know, building up that, mindset of, and locking in and getting that dedicated focus on fitness, it can either be dreadful or it can be exciting. And it's all about perspective.
Yep.
It's all about how you choose to look at it, like most things. But what can't be denied, though, is the significance that quality health has on everyone's life. You
Oh
can't
yeah.
debate that.
Not at
Like
all.
we all see, folks that are in their 40s looking like they're 80 years old, and people who are in their 70s looking like they're 40,
Yep.
and it's like, what's the difference? Well, one person chose to take care of themselves, chose to, remain active, and when we talk about fitness, like obviously there's a emphasis and a focus on like working out and stuff, but like in the traditional sense, like going to the gym and things like that. But it's much, much more than that.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah,
that's
for
that's
sure.
what we're really stressing here with this whole focus on lifetime fitness. It's just about, hey, get out there and go play with your kids, you know, like get out there and go walk your dog.
Activity.
Like, hey, your girls are some, or your coworkers are having a kickball tournament. Go participate. Go. You know what I mean? Go run around. Go enjoy life. But just be active, living a active lifestyle, and being a participant, and not just being lazy.
Yeah.
Because over time, it's a compounded effect. Just constantly doing nothing, constantly eating bad, constantly sitting on the couch watching TV, playing video games, never traveling, never going out. And then that also affects your mental health. It puts you in a very depressive state. And then they say that the foods we eat are tied to our emotions.
Yeah.
So like, you eat, I don't remember what sweets are tied to and like what salty foods are tied to. Like I can't remember those things off the top of my head, but they say the things that we eat are tied to emotions. So if you're feeling better about yourself and in a better emotional place, then you're gonna eat better. And those things go hand in hand. So very, very important, right? But yeah, it's just that simple, and I guess I can kind of leave it there. You know, but what can I like lost my train of thought for a second there, but by getting past, right, because most people it's very hard to get into that mindset, right? But by getting past your unwillingness to embrace a healthier way of life, you not only impact your personal well-being, but you create an opportunity to lead by example. So if you
That's
have
big.
children, or a spouse, or siblings, your parents, your
Friends,
friends,
whoever.
co-workers, whatever, it offers that opportunity to lead by example, and then you can now influence them as well. And obviously, it makes it way harder if you're the only one in your circle that's embracing this lifetime fitness. Whereas
Right.
if you can, lead by example and encourage and motivate others to participate, now it becomes easier for everybody, and it becomes way easier to build those habits and hold each other accountable, and, ultimately achieve those results that you're looking for.
That's big. And one thing that I believe, we talk about branding, right? And in my world, um, I look at individuals, and I believe that everyone has a personal brand. I believe that everyone has a professional brand, but I also believe that everyone has a physical brand as well too. And with that physical brand, it all relates to the condition that you're in. Are you healthy? Are you not healthy? Are you fit or are you not fit? Are you taking the necessary steps to maintain a healthy quality of life? Or are you not doing those things? And like he was just saying about leading by example, that's all a part of your physical brand. If you're maintaining a healthy way of life and you're maintaining a certain quality of living as it relates to your health, that's beneficial because what happens is as you move towards a better life, as you move towards well-being, as you move towards better fitness, you can be beneficial to somebody else who may see you along your path and along your journey and say, wow, if they can do it, I can do it. If this person is 30 plus, wife, kids, job, all these different things going on, and they're able to still maintain a good quality of health, I don't have an excuse. If this person is 50, 60 years old and they're still active and going to the gym and making a commitment to their health and their well being, I don't have an excuse. Right. And so we have to have that mindset because if you want to have a fulfilling life, I don't believe you can have a very fulfilled life if fitness isn't a priority.
Yeah.
And again, you don't have to be
Well, my
a,
old
a,
school,
a,
that
a
church.
huh? Oh yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, you don't have to be out here doing CrossFit and doing these
Or triathlons or marathons or none of
triathlons
that.
and
Yeah.
and this what's the ninja stuff like you know what I'm
Oh
saying
yeah,
like you don't
Ninja Ultimate Ninja Warrior or
yeah, like
whatever.
you
Yeah.
you don't you don't have to be doing that, but like he was saying, just being active, have an active lifestyle. Find something that you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? If you like walking around the park, go walk around the park. If you like walking your dog, go walk your dog. You know what I'm saying? But just finding something that keeps you active, that keeps you moving around, that helps you out, right? And in addition to that, other things that can help you build healthy habits would be, like he said earlier, starting small. You know what I'm saying? Rather than making these huge changes at once, begin with small, consistent actions that you can maintain. And I think that is like one of the most useful things that you can do for yourself. Start small, right? Like you want to be able to start building habits. It ain't about losing X amount of pounds. It's not
Yeah.
about getting this physique where you looking like, you know, whoever. I ain't gonna name no names because I don't want to get myself in trouble. But you know what I'm saying? By you know what I'm saying? Like getting your body to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. You wanna just get some habits. You know what I'm saying? Build some consistency. Wake up every morning. Start there. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I need to wake up at 5 o'clock so I can go do something for 30 minutes before my day starts. Start small. Start creating the habits and you just build from there. Something else you want to do, try not to do it alone. You know what I'm saying? Like have accountability partners. Invite your friends, your family, your coworkers, anybody that you're close to. Me and E, we don't work out together, but we always have conversations about fitness and what we're doing. And I'll be transparent. Like I fell off for a couple of weeks because of things that was going on, and he kept being consistent. And every time I see him post a picture with him being in the Mayweather gym, I get a little jealous. You know what I'm saying? Because he's still active and doing the things that are necessary to maintain his fitness, and he's leading by example. You know what I'm saying? Just like what we're talking about. He's being beneficial to himself. And I see that and I'm like, all right, man, I gotta get back on the, you know what I'm saying, get back on the good foot so I can get to the results that I need to get to. Right. So don't do it alone. Then you got to enjoy the process. You got to be able to go through the process and you have to enjoy it. You have to find fulfillment in what you're doing. Find exercises that you like, stick to those exercises, and then build from there. Next,
What you just said there, I want to highlight that though, right? You have to be doing it for the right reason. And
Yeah,
if you're doing it for the right reason, you can find things that are good for you, which makes it easier to build those habits and then it's easier to maintain them. If you're doing it
absolutely.
for the wrong reasons and listening to the wrong people, you're going to do things that don't motivate
Don't
you
motivate
and
you.
they
They don't
don't,
help you.
align with you. And then it's going to be easier to just stop.
Right.
So make sure you're doing it for you, right? And then it makes it way easier to build those habits.
Couldn't agree with you more, brother. Got it. You got to do that, and then just make it a routine, right? So scheduling the exercise within your day, making it essential, just like you're eating and sleeping. You know what I'm saying? Finding that 10 to 15 minutes in your day to do something. You know what I mean? Walk in place, do some high knees,
Some
jump
push
up and
ups, some
down,
sit ups.
push ups, sit ups. Finding something to get your body moving. You definitely want to do that. Make it a routine, and then fuel your body. You know what I'm saying? And the best thing that you can do to keep yourself moving is making certain that you put in the right nutrients inside of your body, right? And so nutrition is hard. You know what I'm
Very.
saying? Like even when you're at your healthiest, there's always certain things that you come across and it's like, man, like this ain't healthy. Like I know there's been this big debate about oatmeal not being healthy, and you got health critics that say that you shouldn't eat oatmeal, and then you got people who saying that you should eat oatmeal. I don't know. I eat oatmeal almost like 2 or 3 times out the week. Just to be honest with you, I don't see no difference. I could be wrong, but at the same time, you just got to find what works for you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Find what works for you. Find what helps you reach your fitness goals. You know, I've said this on an episode before. Be an active participant in your health. Like Google some stuff. Get on Chat GPT. Ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Just to be more involved with what's going on with you. That way you can make more informed decisions about what your health needs and what actions you need to take to have lifetime fitness.
Lifetime fitness. So, look, y'all, in summary, embarking on the road of lifetime fitness is choosing the path to a healthier heart, a sharper mind, and a body capable of thriving well into your golden years. And we all want to live into them golden years. We ain't just talking about 50, 60s. I'm trying to hit 70, 80, 90,
Man.
and be here, be a, not only a father, but a grandfather and a great grandfather. You hear me?
Hmm.
But that lifelong commitment to continual growth and healthy habit learning is the bridge that links the present with the future filled with vitality and joy. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. Healthy, happy life,
Yeah.
you know? And what is life without health? You can have all the money in the world,
Almost pointless. Nah, I ain't
all
gonna
the
say. No, I don't want to say it like that, but you know what I
Well,
mean.
but hey, you know what I mean? Just think about it though. If you have all the money in the world and you have all these health issues, you right? Because money can only do so much,
Yeah,
you know. So it's like
you can't enjoy it.
exactly. And then your golden years you can enjoy if you're not mobile,
Right.
if you barely can move, if you can't really stand up, your legs hurting, your knees hurting, your arms hurting, you got to be in a walker or a wheelchair or whatever, you know what I mean? Or and I'm sure we all know, especially in the African American community, effects of like diabetes and high blood pressure and all those different things, heart disease
Yeah.
and all of that stuff is linked back to food. And the older I get, the more I realize and believe some of these real crazy critics that talk about the food, right?
Yeah.
And like, we talk about it being genetics, but I don't even know if it's genetics anymore.
Yeah.
The similarity between me and them is what we've been eating.
Yeah.
That's the similarity.
Yeah.
So now
What
if
you put
I
in your
eat
body.
differently and I make a conscious effort to make adjustments, then is it hereditary? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. No, you're
No,
absolutely correct.
right? So that's how I look at it. And just like with most things we mentioned earlier, it's all about perspective and how you choose to look at it. But I hope y'all or you got anything you wanted to add, said?
No, sir, I do not. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you summed it all up right there, man. Lifetime Fitness.
Hey, but as always, man, we greatly appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening, sharing, vibing, liking, commenting, all that good stuff. As we mentioned, we are coming up on our 100th episode. And to celebrate that 100th episode, we're doing a giveaway. You know, first place is going to win $100 cash. Second place is going to win a Keep It Thorough snapback. And third place is going to win a $25 Visa gift card. And the way you can enter into that giveaway is one, make sure you're following our Instagram page at underscore keep it thorough. And then two, you have to share either one of our reels where we're outlining the giveaway,
Mhm.
or you can, you know, just share, you know, some of our content on our page. And then three, you know, DM us the words done so that we know. And then we'll go and verify, and then we'll hit you with a valid or a okay or entered, or, you
A
know,
like or
something to
something
let you
like that.
know that, you know, you're all good to go. And now for those who
Absolutely.
want to increase your chance of winning and all that, now this is only good once per day. But you can either go and like our or subscribe to our YouTube channel, or, you know, just continue to share additional content. So once per day you can do that, and then you'll get an additional entry every day. But with all that said, man, we greatly appreciate y'all. We'll holler at y'all
Absolutely.
next week. And y'all know how it go. If you don't do nothing else, keep it
Keep it
thorough.
thorough.
And we'll holler at y'all next time.
Deuces.
Deuces.